Hello everyone and welcome to this video. Today we will talk about the market this week, what to expect. I will explain to you what I will be watching during this week in order to initiate some trades, the way I will also study some stocks and also when to expect the action to happen. We will start with the macroeconomy, the economic calendar. As you know, this week is the week of the Fed Reserve meeting the FOMC on Wednesday. And basically, the market will be rangy sideways during the 2 days before Wednesday, so Monday and Tuesday. And we expect some movement just after the Fed, in case Jerome Powell says something during the press conference, because if we have a look here on the Fed Watch indicator, we have 97% chance to see nothing happening from the Fed. So it should be a no event. So the most important here would be the comments from Jerome Powell regarding the inflation data and also all the news that happened before this meeting. So I believe it will not bring any volatility this week, but it would be interesting to watch what Jerome Powell would say on Wednesday, 2 p.m. Of course, he starts talking about and responding to the questions at 2:30. So 2:30 would be the time to save. Okay. Basically today we don't have anything interesting, so the calendar is empty. So basically when it's the case, it's a day of technical analysis. So here we will talk about the K levels in order to understand what will happen. Here is the S&P futures. We can see here that after that drop, the market in general, the S&P or the NASDAQ, made a nice recovery due to the good earnings from the main companies, especially Google last week, that announced it for the first time they will pay dividends in their history, and this is like great news. And except Meta, that's deceived the market, and other companies, the main movement was here due to the great earnings from Google. Here on the S&P, we are really challenging a very interesting level, which is the moving average 50. Not only, if we go to the Fibonacci retracement, we will see that this level here, where is the market trading right now, is exactly the 50% Fibonacci retracement of the recent drop. And the 50% is the K level in order to change the trend. It's so important to note that, because here, in order to switch again bullish, the S&P should close above the 50% retracement, which is 5,147. This zone is so important, which is also the moving average 50. So this can happen this week due not the Fed, but due to the microeconomy, especially the news from the earnings from Amazon and also from Apple. Okay, Amazon will report earnings tomorrow, Tuesday. Then it can be the catalyst to make the markets go higher and clear that zone here. So you can see this is the very big resistance to challenge today, 5,100, let's say 50.47. If the stock goes above it, we have a high probability to see the stock resuming the bullish trend and going testing again the previous high zone, which was here 5,200, 5,300. Okay, so basically today, it can happen today if we have a clear bullish flow, especially with the MACD that gives a nice crossover that shows that the bullish flow is still strong. So basically we should expect some clear movement to the upside here in case we have a drop, or in case the stock market is weak, especially the S&P. Where to buy? Well, it would be here, that zone. This is the 38 Fibonacci. It's a technique, a simple technique to know when to buy and when to sell. The retracements are so important. So the resistance to clear is 5,150. In case the stock has hard time, the S&P has hard time to go above that level, then we should expect a buy near 5,103, 5,110. It will be the 38% Fibonacci retracement. So here, basically, it should be a clear support zone. If you go to the NASDAQ, well, it should be the same game, challenging the moving average 50 with a big resistance zone here around 8,060. At 17,900, we are challenging here the moving average 50, and you will see it will be also the same if I apply the retracement from Fibonacci. It will be here exactly the same zone, 50% Fibonacci, which is also the moving average 50. If the stock, or if the NASDAQ does not go above the moving average 50 today, a clear buy zone would be here, 17,662, which was the last support from that nice hammer here. I don't think that we will see a drop to that level. I believe more that the stock market has the catalyst to go up, especially before the earnings. We have some hype exactly from the asset managers to buy stocks, of course, who believe that Amazon would go up, and as Amazon would be the driver of the market, that would add some bullish flow to the NASDAQ and also to the S&P. In case the stock goes above the moving average 50, which is at 17,942.50, then here we have a very big resistance at 18,063, which was the support of the range during months. Okay, so here we expect some choppiness in case the stock goes above the moving average 50. Of course, if we want to reach again the high zones here, 18,500, 18,300, of course, we need the market to close above 18,050, 18,060. Okay, so the buy here, if we really have this opportunity and the market drops to 17,700, 680, then it will be a buy. Otherwise, a close above 940, 950, which will be the points, the breakout of the moving average 50 with a first target at 18,060. Above that, then the next target 18,330, 340. It's exactly the same logic compared to the S&P. Both are well correlated. This week, it will be the week of Amazon and some nice companies. Tomorrow we have MMM, which is a very good dividend stock that gives like 5 to 7%, depending on the valuation of the stock. Before the open tomorrow, we have McDonald's, we have Coca-Cola, the two responsible of obesity in the world. So most of the time they are not so volatile. They don't move that much. It will not be the stock that I would target. If I target these stocks, these would be via some selling strategies, especially selling selling iron condors, for example, or calendars. But we don't expect some big credits from the options pricing, because the markets is already pricing what will happen from these companies. The best thing here is to trade Amazon, that can maybe run up, especially after the nice earnings from the last quarter. And also, we should know that Amazon and Google are somehow well correlated. Most of the time when Google goes up, Amazon follows, because of the Google ads and all of this, all of the stuff, especially that Amazon also is using the same, almost the same technologies like artificial intelligence and so on. So I'm more bullish on Amazon, but we should all the time think about the drop. Who knows? So maybe an iron condor, or a double calendar, or also some delta neutral strategies that can help make some profit. Of course, the idea when we trade earnings, we trade spreads. We never trade just one direction, buying a call or buying a puts, unless the price we have or the total risk we have is acceptable and small. Otherwise, in order to really increase the probability to make some profit, we should do some spreads. Okay, iron condor, double calendar, double diagonals. Of course, some will think about strangles. Why not? But these would be a bit expensive. So in order to make profit from strangles, we really need a big movement that exceeds 15%, even 20%. AMD, most of the time it's a no events. It's not a stock that is really correlated to earnings. Like, we have all the time big news about AMD, but AMD moves more with NVIDIA earnings than their earnings. So AMD, for me, it's not a trade. So here we will have Amazon. Then on Wednesday, maybe Etsy. Sometimes it makes a nice movement. Then, of course, Apple with their iPhone that did not change since years. So let's see. Sometimes they surprise the market, but most of the time the movement is 5-6% maximum. This is not a great movement for options to make some profit. Here I would prefer Coinbase, with all that hype from the Bitcoin and crypto markets. So Coinbase is pretty volatile recently, so it can be a great candidate for some spreads with Square. Square has been volatile. Also, it's a nice stock for some mid-term, short-term trading. So these are the companies that I will target: Amazon, Coinbase, maybe Apple, I would study it, and Square, Etsy. So tomorrow I will post another video and talk about Amazon that I will trade. I will explain the target. I will explain what I'm looking at from Amazon in order to set my trades. And I hope this will help you with your trading, like to set your target from options, the strikes, the expiration date, and so on. And hopefully we will do all some nice profits. Well, thank you very much. If you have any questions, feel free to ask and to comment. And I will be glad to share this experience with you and keep doing these videos in order to trade all together. Thank you and have a good day.